playing Dr. Faraday. The film is set post-World War II in England. Set amongst a kind of a family. It's like Downton Abbey's weird cousins who aren't invited round to dinner anymore because they believe in ghosts, and their house is kind of falling apart. My character comes into the middle of that. He's always been aspirational in terms of his class. He grew up working class, but would love to be of these people, of this house. And slowly, this presence in the house, the little stranger, this ghost, sort of starts taking everything over. And Dr. Faraday is almost like the detective trying to find out what's making the house sick. I haven't even thought of that. That's interesting. And all the scenes with Ruth, you know, like the kind of emotional scenes, because he has this relationship which is almost a love, like almost like a kind of a love relationship with this girl who lives in the house, this woman who lives in the house. But the power dynamic is very strange because she is of a higher class than him, and yet he's a man and she's a woman. So there's this kind of seesaw element in terms of the power of it. So any of the scenes where the power really shifts back and forth with Ruth, I really enjoyed. I think that's definitely part of it. I think you hit the nail on the head in terms of his insecurity about class. I also think that he carries a lot of anger and repression. He's our protagonist, he's our lead, and yet there's something slightly off about him. He's not easy with people. He's uncomfortable in a room. He carries a lot of anger, bitterness, jealousy, but also a lot of love. And all of that is repressed. And if you force that stuff down for too long, when it comes out, it will kind of explode. And so he is this sort of ticking time bomb of a character. So I just tried to subsume all of this, these repressed emotions, and try and just have them simmer underneath the surface all the time. I think that was the key to him. I don't believe in the supernatural personally. I think actually a much more interesting question to me is, if you see something that you know isn't there, why has your mind done that to you? I think the mind does many things to help a personality cope with the world. And I'm fascinated by why you would need to feel fear, why you would need that adrenaline spike of sitting alone in a house at night and hearing things go bump. And that terror is real, whether the ghost is real or not. And so I think that's actually more interesting, and that's one of the things that kind of comes up in the film, is how terrified you can get, you know?